How's it going, rats? This is your host, Malcolm Johnson, reporting to you live from KTL Studios. Let's jump right into it. This is the Tricking Report. I'm going to talk about Aiden Scott from Colorado. He just released a sampler called Keep Pushing, and it is a vibe, guys. Hit me right in the feels. I love the song. I love the tricks. I love the edit. I love that, you know, there's a little bit of dialogue and just like little snippets of lifestyle in the background. It's a vibe, guys. And just a side note, I love that he's repping the Sprouts t-shirt. Sprouts is a grocery store, and I actually used to work there for a couple of years. Excellent quality sampler. Definitely check it out. Again, it's called Keep Pushing. But also peep out this 23 corks. Like, that's a marathon via corks, guys. Like that's a whole cardio workout in one swing chain. He reminds me so much of Daniel Pitlock, who's kind of an older generation tricker. Most of you kids probably don't know. Check out Daniel Pitlock on YouTube. Hey Mrs. Drama Queen is a ridiculous sampler that still holds up as far as ability goes to this day. If you watch that sampler, it'll probably blow your mind that people could do that back in, I think it was recorded in 2011, 2012, somewhere in that area. Ridiculous. While we're talking about Colorado samplers, I'm just gonna drop this in the chat real quick. Jordan, he just dropped a sampler called 22 Winters, and guys, it is incredible. The edit, the tricks, the vibe, the steez, the fits, like all of it just comes together and is just this super excellently put together sampler. Okay, bonus clip. Let's go. Double B twist hyper, vanish double B twist hyper, vanish double B twist. I haven't really even seen very many people do double B twist hyper vanish double B. That is still a pretty rare dub. So to see him add another double B hyper in the mix to make it a dub. Talked about two full-length samplers. Let's move on to the next one. We're gonna talk about Johannes Anttila. He is from Finland. I love these double Arabians that he's throwing. And it's not necessarily just because it's double Arabian, which is a pretty powerful trick, a pretty difficult trick. I love how casually he's able to do it. These look like he's just shrugging his shoulders and taking a walk in the park. There's something about tricks, for me, when they are done with this kind of casual confidence that is particularly impressive. And that's actually one of the reasons I haven't featured Johannes yet, is because the majority of the time when I watch Johannes, I like his concepts, I like his combo structure, I like the tricks that he chooses, I like the mindset. Personally, I think that his tricks come off as a little too forced on occasion. Love Johannes, not talking trash, just talking about why I quite haven't featured him yet. And this is why I'm featuring him this week, is just how casually confident he shrugs into these double Arabians. Really beautiful execution. You know, he lands basically standing up. It's not a forced thing. That is something that I really appreciate about him, is he emphasizes that need for control, for that awareness in the air, for having good technique. I really appreciate what he does for the community. Excellent example of double Arabians too, like their textbook. They're beautiful. The man himself, Haruki out of Japan, hitting us up with double full snapu double twist. Really nice execution on the round kick. It's not, you know, just like somebody comes up and they're twisting with both feet straight together and then they just like, you know, do this little number where they bend their chamber leg and then go back. I just totally flipped the camera off, hold up. And then they actually pump their non-round leg and basically are just doing like a bent leg twist for just a moment, and then they snap it back and twist, calling it a full snapu. I have beef with that personally. I don't consider that to be a full snapu. So to see Haruki really, you know, drive out and drive an actual round kick in there and then do two extra spins after that for a quad variation, excellent execution. Haruki is strong. Let's jump right into my underground killer of the week. Jacob's a monster. I met him at Jam Gathering. I'd never heard of him before. He's just got this dynamic, sharp, aggressive, trick to kill execution on all of his tricks that's just unnatural. He also has an unbelievable and true broken touchdown rides. I see a lot of people do broken. I could give a rant for like 4 days about what a true broken is and what an incorrect broken is, because a lot of people do broken incorrectly. Let me give you a really quick synopsis, and he's a perfect example of how I can break down what makes a true broken so incredibly excellent. One thing is hips. Look at his hips, look how pushed out they are. Another absolutely integral part of broken, in order to have proper execution of broken, is your hand has to touch the ground first, not at the same time, not after your foot hits. It has to be there before your foot. You have to get broken in order to call it broken. Let's get it back onto actually what I really wanted to feature from Jacob today, which is twist kick knife. Okay, it's a jackknife variation. Instead of doing your round kick followed by your hook kick, you come up with your chamber knee from your cheat step. You actually do a twist kick, which is an inside kick against the direction of travel. You pull it back over, open your hips up, and do a hook kick. They're wicked. We've covered power. We did our underground KILLAZ. Let's talk about Pintos real quick, all right? I know you guys were waiting for it. Jacob Pintos feature of the week. This week, I am featuring somebody that I've actually been a big fan of for a really long time. I think the first time I watched him was back in 2009, maybe 2010 was the first time I watched him. I'm talking about Rianto, okay? Rianto's been in the game for a long time. He's been a killer, just total kick machine, total kick god for a really, really long time. This clip gets the easiest Jacob Pintos feature of the week, I'm pretty sure, because look at the execution on every single trick. It's a basic combo, cheat 9, hook, jackknife, but the toes, the execution, the speed, the intention behind the kicks, the power, the chambers. This is just a perfectly executed cheat 9 hook jackknife. It's just beautiful. Such an easy Pintos feature for me. Like, Pinto, Jacob Pinto. This is what he wants to see. Let's get into the weird. You already know I love this stuff. We've got a decent amount of weird here. I'm gonna start it off with a young man out of Japan, Kaito. And Kaito doing double fold down. This is such a cool dub. It's so wacky looking, because like it just looks like a back tuck and then 2 spins before he hit the ground. Like, what on earth? And he's a little short, but I love the way that like full downs look, especially when you start variating or adding extra twist in just a standard full down. It just looks unnatural. Late twisting, when it's done correctly, is just so cool. All right, so Kaito, easy feature on this platform for me. That's just a cool trick. Tiki getting featured on the weird lately, and I am okay with that. I'm a big fan of his tricks. I'm a fan of his execution. I'm a fan of his thought process. I really like this. We saw Mike a couple of weeks ago doing aerial front swing Webster in his combos, and I think Tiki took a little inspiration from that. Don't quote me on it. I don't know, but that's what I'm guessing. Except Tiki took it a step farther. He is doing aerial front swing Webster crash moon. Oh, okay. So basically, like Webster axe late hook is a way to break down Webster crash moon. It's similar to things that we've seen in the past, but it just tweaking it a little bit to just funkify it up a little bit, and I just love it. I love the little intricacies that Tiki's been working on within his tricking lately. It is with great pleasure that I present to you a KTL exclusive clip. I'm really excited about this one. This is my boy Cameron Sharma out of California. Love tricking with this kid. It's so fun to bounce ideas with him. He's got an interesting style. He does some cool stuff. He's got some tutorials on KTL actually. This is a cool trick, okay? This is a Dragonfly A-twist. So Dragonfly is a variation. It's been around for actually a really long time. It's not quite as prolific as it once was. Dragonfly is the concept of when you're driving with your swing or you know, drive leg, you turn it out into a side kick positioning and it comes out, you know, chambered. Then you extend it out into that really crispy, clean line of the side kick. And then from there you do your gyro. I love how sticky the side kick is in the Dragonfly execution on this particular clip. And then he yanks it around for the landing. I'm a big old fan. All right, so I kind of teased it at the beginning. We're almost to the point where I'm going to unveil the new section. Let's talk about events really quickly, though. Fall US Tricking Tour, I've addressed it. Let's go. Register up, get to these events. They're going to be sick nasty. If you want to go to the Holy Temple or the High Mountain of Tricking, go to Hooked. Then Rocket Gathering, OMG. All right, I've teased it out enough. The new segment for KTL Tricking Report is The Feels. And this particular clip, I couldn't think of anything that would be more perfect than this for me as the host. You guys know I'm old school. You guys know I started watching in 06, started actually tricking in 08. The old school vibes just really hit home for me. And young goat Levi Borrego came out with The Young and the Reckless. It's a little mini series. I think he's going to be dropping multiple parts for this. I hope he does, because this is just cool. It's all outside. It's got some, kind of old school, like punk rock kind of music in the back. It really just brings the vibe back to the old school days of tricking. And guys, for me, I just revel in that nostalgia. I just totally love it. I cannot get over it. I love this edit. I love the way it was put together. I love how ratchet it is. Levi, young goat, man, he's totally shredding the game right now in so many ways. And there's not even that many like banger clips in this, but again, it's the feels, guys. She hits me right in the feels. This is a really special segment of the platform. Keep your eyes out for it. Definitely check out the Young and the Reckless edits made by the young man himself, Levi Borrego. Incredible. Anyways, Rat of the Week. This one actually gets me excited to talk about because it's not quite like some of the other features we've done that especially emphasize kids who have been in the game for a short period of time who have leveled up in power immensely. This is a young man who started tricking about 2 years ago, almost actually on the dot. On his Instagram page, 9/12/19 is when he says he started tricking. I love this feature because it's all about this man's technique, aesthetic, and cleanliness, okay? This is Jay. Like I said, about 2 years in the game, and he is crispy with it. One of my favorite clips from him actually is of his cork shuriken that he claims is his cleanest one. It's in slow motion. Love the pointed toes. He could have taken the Pinto feature of the week this week. Love that execution on it. Love the way that he pumps his hips for it, that he pulls around for it, that he executes the crescent kick for it. It's really excellent execution. He's got really good combo flow. He has good combo ability. The way that he generates his combos is in a nice fashion. Just a really clean, crispy, icy or nicey kind of tricker. All right, guys, this is the feature of the week. This is the Tricking Report. I am your host, Malcolm Johnson, the Bing Bang Badger, the Nightcrawler, the Hype Man, all of the above. Keep tricking. Keep loving it. Until next time, see you soon.